you are listening to or watching What's the Tea? My name is Lydia.
My name's Andy.
And basically, we are two former support workers catching up over a cuppa. Where's your drink, Andy?
I have lost my drink. I have no idea. This is... Well...
You're letting us down with then, Anyway, we're catching up over a cuppa and trying to basically navigate adulting life. And sometimes during our career as support workers, we've surprised ourselves by giving out some fairly good advice. And at times we felt that maybe this advice might be helpful to share.
Yeah, it's almost like the training that we received at the time worked. But let's not tell the people who trained us too much that.
Yes. Well, credit.
So, coming up in today's edition of What's the Tea, we are talking all things New Year's resolutions. Yes, I know it's February, but it's our first episode back, so please forgive us this one. We are also talking some new things that might be happening and some weird news. But before we do all that, how are you? It's been a while. It's been a hot minute since we've done this.
I know. I forgot how to do this. I forgot how to put my background on. I forgot everything. But no, I am good. It's just a shame about the UK weather at the moment. But yeah. Apart from that, I'm good. How are you?
It sounds classically English of us to be talking about the weather, but it has been particularly terrible down here in the southwest.
We've just had storm after storm after storm, flooding, loads of rain.
But places that don't usually flood. Get flooded. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm well. I'm very aware that you just mentioned that you were struggling to remember how to do this. My laptop is struggling to remember how to do this. So it feels like almost anything could happen over the next 25 minutes or so. Hopefully my laptop's not going to crash out whilst we're doing this. So we'll see.
We'll see. Could have an abrupt finish for this episode. So
I have been down Paignton a couple of times over the last few weeks.
You are
seeing you and the new buildings that we have there. I discovered a lovely chip shop just around the corner from the train station, which if you are gluten-free, I would recommend.
Did you go to Mariners?
Yeah.
What did you get?
I got a fish cake and chips or something like that.
So good. Shout out to Mariners Fish and Chip Shop from Paignton. Best gluten-free and best fish and chips in the Torbay area.
If you're trying to catch a train from Paignton and especially, I guess almost anywhere that's on the main line, and you miss that train, it's not the end of the world, because you could just go get some chips, go back to the train station, and the chances are there's going to be another train going in your direction quite soon.
It's really good because people will just be like, oh, this is boring. They always talk about how they're, gluten-free rubbish. But if you are gluten-free and, you want a bit of variety, choice, and a fish and chip shop, there isn't a lot. Either you can't have any, you can only have the chips, or they just do gluten-free battered cod. However, this place does so many things that are gluten-free. So Harry has the fish cakes. I've had the scampi. I love scampi. They do the gluten-free battered cod. They do the gluten-free battered sausage. So much choice. And the prices aren't ridiculous either from the normal fish and chips. So
it has a decent menu all the time, from what I could tell.
Yeah. I'm since moving, I have probably gone there twice for takeaway.
That's very well controlled of you. On the subject of moving, gold stars of the week or fortnight. So, because we've taken a break, if you're not aware, if you're new to us, the idea is that once upon a time when we were young, we used to be given gold stars for doing something good, for something well. If you're in class, if you did something good, you might get a star. We want to bring that back for doing adulting things well.
Yeah.
Lydia, what have you done well recently?
Well, I have properly adulted. I have moved house. So I no longer live on site at Exeter. I'm now down in Paignton. And it was over Christmas as well, so already a really stressful time of year, in terms of packing over Christmas and then moving in the new year. And when I moved into my place, certain things weren't ready. So I feel like I've proper adulted and I'm quite proud of myself that I navigated everything, I organized everything. And just a thank you to everyone that did help me as well, because it's tough moving.
Fantastic.
Andy, what have you done to deserve a gold star this week? This is something that I am actually really impressed by.
So it's more of a problem solving thing
Mm.
in that I used to have a habit. I guess I still have a habit of taking my asthma inhaler, putting it down somewhere, and walking away. And because I've left the room, I don't remember where I left it. It could be anywhere in the house. It could be it could be anywhere, to be honest. So I've Blu Tacked an Apple AirTag to it, so I can't lose it anymore.
But do you know what the next problem's going to be? Is that you forget to charge your AirTag. You have to charge them, don't you? Yeah.
I'm waiting for that bridge.
But for that though, gold star, my man. That is problem solving. That is sorting out an issue, making sure that you're looking after your health. Well done. I'm proud of you.
I'm going to take that gold star, and I'm not going to give the whole story behind why I cracked and put an AirTag on it, because that will just lead to disappointment. But shout out to NHS and the emergency prescription service.
Okay, I think like
on the weekend before Christmas.
So shall we get into New Year's resolutions?
New Year's resolutions.
Yeah. So recently, I led spiritual development. So we're a Christian organization, and once a week, as an organization, we get together and we do something called spiritual development time. So it could be
it's basically Bible study.
Yeah, essentially, it could be all sorts of things.
There's a bit more to it.
And I had the toughest one, I think, because it was the first one back after Christmas. Which, as Christians, Christmas is like a really big celebration, a big holiday, more than I think, non-Christians. Obviously, Christmas is big, but for us, it's bigger for obvious reasons. And I have the tough one to do.
I guess there's obvious things to talk about on the lead up to Christmas. There's obvious things to talk about over Christmas.
Stuff and exciting stuff.
And then there's New Year's, and you're back after New Year's, and everyone's always a bit kind of
gloomy. It's January, don't want to be back at work. So
you cheered us up.
I did, because I talked about New Year's resolutions. So, that sarcasm that I cheered you up.
So you cheered us up by talking about New Year's resolutions.
Yeah. So if you have been an active listener on our podcast, every new year we start a new season, and I do talk about my gripe with New Year's resolutions, my issues with them. Now, I'm not going to go into the big full kind of spiel. If you want to hear that spiel, go listen to the previous episodes. But basically, New Year's resolutions for me are, we put too much high expectations on them. We put too much pressure on ourselves. No one ever really achieves them. It's very rare that people do. And then we feel bad about ourselves and we beat ourselves up. And it's normally something like, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to stop, I'm going to start taking up running, or whatever it is. And actually, yes, they are beneficial things to us, because, going to the gym or starting running is really good for our physical health. But it's just too much pressure on yourself, I think, to put too much on a New Year's resolution. However, that's not to say that I don't find January and the end of December a really good time to reflect on the previous year, and also, going forward, look at the year ahead, about what it is that you've got. What is it that you want to achieve? What, this time next year, when looking back and reflecting on the previous year, what is it that you want to be proud of? What is it that you want to remember? And it could be something for yourself, like, I really want to work on this, I want to be better at this. Or it could be, I'm going to go for this job, or I'm going to change my career, or I'm going to save up and go on holiday because I've not been on holiday for a while. So I just want to quickly talk about goals for 2026, and also a reflection of 2025 for myself and Andy, And if you want to share yours at home, listening or watching, please do put it in the show, like, in the comments, or email us, your thoughts, and we'll happily share them if you want us to, in the next few episodes. So going to you, Andy, let's reflect on 2025. What thing, 2025, are you most proud about, whether it's yourself or your family, or me?
I am particularly proud about how we put together scripts and then mid-episode, mid-recording, we just do something completely different.
Oh, yeah. I do this every time. I'm so sorry.
So, reflections on 2025. Crikey, getting to New Year's Eve, December 31st? No,
Surviving 2025 original.
I'm gonna go for a cheesy, obvious one, in that so many kind of I guess podcast projects fail after, I don't know, 8 weeks or something like that. There is like a magic number out there that says the you can tell I've not followed through first. There's like a magic number that says like a set amount of podcasts will start and they will just fade away after X amount of weeks.
Yeah.
I'm quite proud of us, actually, that we've not done that. That's not happened, and we still have the opportunity to keep doing this.
Yeah. Do you know what? I love doing this, and I'm like a dog with a bone. Like, if I really enjoy something, I want to keep it going. And even if no one listens, if we've got no listens, I enjoy this.
Well, we have had more than 17 people listen to at least some of the episodes.
Oh, I love that. Is there anything else reflecting on 2025?
That is going to be my answer for this, completely unplanned.
Nice. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. It's always me. You put together the notes for the episode to help direct us, and I just go rogue every time.
Maybe.
For me, reflecting on 2025, the thing that I'm most proud of that I've achieved, and you know what, there was a few things that I put on my goals for 2025, which I feel that I have achieved. And so I'll start with that. So last January, I really wanted to prioritize my mental health and look after it. And, I think it's the first thing that we can always let go when things get busy is self-care that we do for our minds and ourselves. And with a lot of things that happened last year, I really did prioritize that, and found that I had less low spells than normal, which I'm really, really proud about. And I think the other one that I wanted to do was kind of like have better balance with work and home life, which I really, really did manage as well, even though there's been a huge change in that. The other thing that I think I'm proud of that was unexpected, because I still hadn't decided whether I was going to go for it and the job advert hadn't gone out, is I took a huge leap and really challenged myself for applying for a job, which resulted in moving offices, moving home. It's not like I was moving to a place I'd never been to before. I grew up in Torbay. I've moved back to Torbay, but I don't like change. We've talked about this in episodes before. I really find it really difficult. It causes me a lot of anxiety. It really affects my mental health at times because of how out of control I feel. A bit of a control freak. And I went for a job that was going to really challenge me. I got the job, I accepted it, and obviously we all have imposter syndrome, and there's times where I doubt whether I've made the right decision. But I'm really proud of myself for taking that leap and pushing myself, because normally I will stick in my comfort zone because I'm like, I don't want this change, I don't want this, like, what if I fail? And I don't really tend to believe in myself, and I did it, and in 2026 I'm still doing that job, and I've moved house now. So
I have another thing that I'm proud of right now, in that just then I feel like I was listening. I felt like I was giving particularly kind of agreeing noises, and then you mentioned something about being a control freak, and I chose that moment to shut up.
why were you going to agree with me?
No, because you're not.
Hmm.
Is that the right answer?
I think you're lying. But anyway,
But habits. So,
hang on, wait. Before we get on that, Andy, I know I've gone rogue. But just bear with me.
okay,
Because this will be a nice segue into our next bit.
right.
So goals for 2026. If you've got any
Okay.
goals for 2026.
I'm trying to, I guess, keep myself organized a little bit more, or at least do the things I want to do that a little bit better. And the reason why I say organized is that I've got this great habit of being like, oh, I could do this, or I could make this video of that and upload that, or I could share that photo. I've taken that photo, I could share that later. And that later bit never really happens. So I've started to like turn my phone into a little bit of a notebook using like the tasks app on it, and having widgets on the home screen that kind of show me. So when I'm scrolling along, I actually see those reminders kind of right there.
Yeah.
I've also installed a app on my phone called Hero, where you can set it to instead of just giving you a reminder that kind of comes up and you kind of swipe it away and you kind of forget about it a little bit. It kind of basically takes over your home screen a little bit. In that it's nice and big, and it's quite difficult to forget and kind of move past. So I use that to remind me to take my inhaler,
Nice.
as well as the whole kind of AirTag stuff as well.
Yeah. Oh, great. I love that. I need to try that app as well and have a look at it. My goals for 2026 is the same, is similar to you as well, and it's be a bit more organized. I'm really good at having my little to-do lists and then I forget about it. And then my home life as well. Oh gosh, trying to keep on top of chores and be organized. Whew. So I want to be more organized because I see the benefit in my well-being and my productivity, but also in my team's productivity if I'm better organized. So organization is my goal for 2026, finding things to help me in that. And then the other thing, which I think is a nice little segue into our next little section of the podcast, is we have talked about an app that we love. And I've neglected it a little bit, and I have really noticed a knock in my well-being and my organization. And I did talk about this previously, that I was going to try and get back on it, and I tried and I failed, and that's okay. But my goal for 2026 is to use Finch 90% of the year. I didn't even use it for 50% of the year last year, according to my days using it. So I want to use it for 90% of this year, Finch, to help me build some habits, keep on top of my goals of 2026, and to just look after myself better in all ways. The fact that I didn't have Finch and I still felt like I was able to keep on top of my mental health is amazing last year. However, this year, I think having something that just reminds me and helps me will make me continue my goal from 2025 and 2026. So, I've lost you, Andy.
I'm still here.
Okay. Your camera's gone. Anyway, so Finch is
Hello.
Hello. Is my goal for this year is to use it 90% of the year.
Amazing.
Build habits. Will help me build habits, I should say.
Amazing. And I think the thought that comes to mind is whilst you're doing well, what an app like Finch can do is it kind of helps to kind of take that mental load off you. Is that kind of friendly kind of person who kind of leans over, gives you a gentle poke and it's like, do this.
And do you know what they've decided as well? I've just had an idea. I've had an epiphany. Is I've got obviously on my personal phone. I have a personal phone and a work phone. Is to get Finch on my work phone and have that for work, and then my personal one. So I'm separating the two, but still using it daily. Even if I forget to use my work one or my personal one, I can still,
Yeah, yeah. My big hint with it, and it's gonna sound obvious, just turn the notifications on for it.
I know, but I just ignore them. I ignore when I get
Okay,
notifications from WhatsApp.
that explains a few things.
Yeah, I do.
But anyway, so I believe it's now time for your favorite segment of the show. Weird news.
Got your coffee, got your shoes. It's time to dive into the weirdest news. Alien squirrels or a cat that talks.
So, Lydia, you have moved to Paignton.
I have, yes.
There's a
Were you not
beach.
listening to me this episode?
Oh, I was. There's a beach in Paignton, right?
Yeah. There's quite a few in Torbay, but yes, there is a beach in Paignton.
Do you ever spot things getting washed up?
It's normally like rubbish or shells, seaweed. So yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Have you ever seen any chips being washed up?
Like food chips.
So my story is about thousands of bags of chips have recently been washed up on a beach in Sussex. The chips washed up near Eastbourne after several shipping containers containing food and packaging came ashore nearby. This guy who lives in Eastbourne said he had to look twice when he went to when he went for a walk on the Saturday in a place called Falling Sands, which is near Beachhead Cliffs. The beach looked like the Caribbean Golden Sands. In some areas, the chips are 2.5 feet deep into the ground. So not just a
Where did
few,
it come from?
like from a shipping container ship that.
And no one
container.
thought about reporting that, they had loads of chips that were just polluting our ocean.
Well, I guess they probably reported it to someone, but once you got loads of chips in the ocean, what are you gonna do about it?
Is it bad? I'm thinking, are they still edible? Can you still?
I imagine they might be a bit salty.
Well, you add salt onto your chips anyway.
Exactly. So, job done, right?
They're ready to go. That is bizarre.
Might be a bit sandy. Might be a bit sandy though.
Oh, yeah, but the bag should have kept the sand out, surely.
No, I've got from the looks of it, the bag's open and.
Oh,
stuff.
oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
That's annoying. What a waste of food. So we've had it all really here because we have a lot of food weird news stories.
They also had
chips.
apparently also earlier that week they had onions being washed up as well.
Flipping heck. What is going on in that beach?
So look out for free food on the beach near you.
Might not be edible, but go for it. So Andy, every year, a new word gets added to the Oxford Dictionary, doesn't it?
Yes.
A new word each year. What do you think the new word of 2025 was that was added? Do you have any ideas? Got any guesses?
I mean, some people reckon like it was 6, 7 or something like that. So
that's not even a word. That's numbers. Yeah, that whole 6, 7, weird. So don't get too upset with the word that was chosen. Rage bait has been named by Oxford University Press as this year's word of the year, beating other online terms. So the term is a noun, apparently, which describes online content deliberately designed to elicit anger or outrage to boost traffic or engagement. You might be asking though, rage bait, that's two words. That's not a word. One word, that's two. Publisher is not tricking you and adds that it's one word when used as hyphenated compound phrase.
I mean, it sounds like a cheat, but yeah.
Yeah, well, let's hope that no one thinks that our podcast is rage bait and that actually it helps people. You know what I mean? And gives joy to people's life.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think that positive emotion trumps negative, but there is a thing online where the negative stuff is being
it sells.
pushed.
Yeah, it sells, doesn't it? So especially in this current climate as well. Negative news.
Yeah, the links get
AKA
clicked.
planning.
Yeah, well, I mean, people click
Yeah.
the links, people share the links, and that is
Yeah.
what generates income.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. Verdict rage.
Jokes.
Rage bait is the word of 2025.
Amazing. And on such a positive, uplifting note, I'm going to say thank you for listening and or watching to Watch See. Please don't forget to subscribe to us on your favourite podcast provider or find us on the YMCXT YouTube channel. Until next time, take care.
Bye, guys.